Being a demon slayer, you'll want to know everything there is to know about your Nichiren blade and more. But what happens if you think you already know everything about these demon killing blades? Well, check out this video, I'll bet you learn even more about these Nichiren katana from Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba. This time, it'll be spoiler free. So without further ado, let's begin. Now, what do I mean by everything you need to know about the Nichiren blades spoiler free? There isn't much data when it comes down to these swords. That really comes up within the story. Even within the Swordsmith Village arc, the exact process of how they work doesn't come up at all. The information is found within the databook releases during or after the series. And if you don't want to read all of those, you want to avoid that, you can just watch this video instead. Which means that there won't be any spoilers for the show at all. It'll be just about the process of making a Nichiren blade and what makes these blades really special. I won't be going down into any breakdowns of any blades that haven't been seen within the series as yet, so keep your pants on, don't worry, I won't spoil everything. So let's start the breakdown right now. What is a Nichiren blade? So just to let you know, I'll be referring to them as blades, swords, katanas, and weapons, so keep your ear out for that. But a Nichiren sword is made specifically for the Demon Slayer core, as it's the only weapon that can effectively slay demons. The blades are made from a special material that constantly absorbs sunlight all year round. And with the demons in Demon Slayer's weakness being sunlight, one can see the connection. The best way to kill a demon using a Nichiren blade is by decapitation. Another way is that one could use wisteria-based poison, like that of which the insect Hashira Shinobu uses, as she has little weak baby hands and unable to cut demons' heads off. Nichiren blades do more than just kill demons. They also have a special aspect where if the user is skilled enough, when they first draw their Nichiren sword, it takes on a distinct color based off the user's own affinity. This is also why they're called color-changing swords. The forging process. Nichiren blades are created with the use of two major materials, Scarlet Crimson Iron Sand and Scarlet Crimson Ore. It's said that both can be found on a mountain called the Sunlight Mountain, which no one really knows where it is except for the swordsmiths. This is kept safe from being destroyed by demons or pillaged by regular humans. It's said that the Sunlight Mountain is called the Sunlight Mountain simply because at the top, it's perpetually bathed in sunlight throughout the entire year. Swordsmiths will climb to the top of this mountain and choose different ores of different types. Each of these will be up for choosing once a Demon Slayer candidate completes the final selection. Not that they would know anything about ores anyway, they'd see a stone there and be like, I picked that for my Nichiren blade. But anyways, that's besides the point. Once a specific ore is chosen, the Demon Slayer will get a swordsmith. This swordsmith will be their swordsmith for life, and he or she will forge the blade personally and bring the Demon Slayer the new blade once it's completed. It's said that the forging process isn't the same for every single Demon Slayer blade, which means that some blades may take 3 days to complete while others take 7. Nichiren blade colors. When it comes to Nichiren blade colors, it depends on the user, as it may come in many different colors. For instance, Zenitsu Agatsuma's blade color is a lightning motif instead of a solid color. This is the same when it comes on to Kyojuro Rengoku's blade as well. The reason for the pattern is unknown, like many aspects of the Nichiren blade. Each color is said to impart a certain property of the blade, but also has a lot to do with the user's own affinity for a certain breathing style. One blade color that is very rare is Tanjiro's blade, which is dyed black. Not much is known about it, and thus it's seen as a bad omen, and the Demon Slayer will not go far. There is an explanation of this within the manga, but that's spoiler territory, so I won't get into that. So let's move on. Bright red Nichiren blades. By default, a Nichiren blade hampers the healing process of a demon and definitely kills them by decapitation. Another concept which pushes this a little bit further is the bright red Nichiren blade. These blades are said to be used by children of the light, which closely resembles Tanjiro. Another way the blade can be turned bright red is with the use of Nezuko's blood. This type completely burns and severs the flesh of demons on a cellular level, stopping the regeneration process on a whole. Alright, so we've looked into the special properties of a Nichiren blade and how unique they are. We aren't finished yet, there's still a few things that we need to look at, and this part I've never really made a video of, nor have I seen any YouTube videos on it. So strap in and get comfortable. The Nichiren Ore. Let's take a deeper look at this special ore. Now, you know before we said that this ore is made from scarlet crimson iron sand and scarlet crimson ore, found in the mountains bathed under perpetual sunlight, as quoted by a certain individual of the swordsmith village. With that, it's speculated that this special ore isn't just found in one particular location, but multiple. Again, these locations are guarded closely by the swordsmith village, but it is said to be located in the northernmost part of Japan. This particular alloy is what gives the Nichiren blade its special properties, which allows demon slayers to kill demons. These materials are so rare and scarce that it is rarely seen by the public eye. It is not known how it was discovered that this alloy could be used to form weapons like swords which could kill demons. But with the rise of demons and the creation of the Demon Slayer Corps, the demand for this alloy quickly rose to an unprecedented amount. In order to compensate for the lack of materials, the Demon Slayer Corps created the annual final selection, not only to find individuals worthy of becoming Demon Slayers, but to also prove them worthy of the resources that the Corps will invest and create the weapons needed. How does this special alloy work? The special ore has a natural resonance structure that causes internal crystallization when it reacts with the silica when combined with the sand. This same internal structure creates a mirroring effect that stores a high amount of ultraviolet radiation within its metal. This ultraviolet radiation, as you know, comes from being constantly bathed in sunlight. This in turn causes intense damage to flesh that is exposed to the metal over a set period of time. This is particularly dangerous and lethal in the cases of demons who are predisposed to cell death due to ultraviolet contact. When refined Nichiren comes into contact with a human of high photoactive signature, the crystalline structure adjusts and resonates with that structure, which causes a rapid shift in the ore's colorization. In other words, the refined Nichiren will change its color in accordance to the wielder's skill, ability, and/or affinity. In the case of a bright red Nichiren, this can cause a highly dangerous effect that causes radiation poisoning to anyone in close proximity. With the rate of cell decay being extremely dangerous to demons, far exceeding their capabilities to regenerate. Very interesting, isn't it? For the final part of this video, I'll be letting you know all the blade colors we've seen so far and what they stand for, and also a few facts about the Nichiren. So let's get started. The black Nichiren blade signifies sun breathing and is used by Tanjiro Kamado. The amber Nichiren blade signifies sound and is used by the sound Hashira Tengen Uzui. The red Nichiren blade that signifies flame is used by the flame Hashira Kyojuro Rengoku. The yellow Nichiren blade is used by Zenitsu Agatsuma and signifies breath of thunder. The indigo gray Nichiren blade is used by Inosuke Hashibira and it signifies beast breathing. The lavender blue Nichiren blade that signifies insect breathing is used by Shinobu Kocho. The blue Nichiren blade that signifies breath of water is used by Gyu Tomioka. The green Nichiren blade that signifies wind is used by Sanami Shineguzawa. Now, those are all the Nichiren blades that we've seen so far along with their respective breathing style within the anime. We have seen the blade of Kanao Sayuri, but there is no confirmation on the breathing style that she uses as yet. Of course, this is much different in the manga, but this video is spoiler free, so I'll avoid that for now. Seeing that you're all caught up, let's take a look at some facts that you probably didn't know about the Nichiren blade. For our first fact, let's look at Nichiren meaning. It does contain the kanji for sun and ring, which can also translate to sun ring or solar. In addition, the kanji for sword or blade is included, which Nichiren blade, obviously. So the full translation for the Nichiren sword or Nichiren blade or Nichiren weapon would be solar blade or solar weapon or solar sword, something along that line. Even solar katana as well. So there you have it. Now for our fact number 2, the origin of the ore. The ore used to forge the Nichiren swords is most likely based off Hihiro Kane, which literally means brilliant scarlet metal, a legendary metal of Japanese myth that shines brightly in a manner that resembles the sun or flames. This metal is considered similar to that of other mythical ore like orichalcum, and everybody already knows what orichalcum is. We've all played those Souls games, and such it's said to have magical properties. For our next fact, can Nichiren blades be real, or are Nichiren blades real? Well, for your information, iron sand or black sand, specifically a higher quality of iron sand, is in fact a real sand in real life. Now it does heat up when directly exposed to sunlight, capable of first-degree burns if come into contact with human skin and the right and proper equipment isn't used for protection. So that's our video for today. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. It took a little bit longer than I thought to have this edited, but I'm really happy that I got it out in a fairly decent time. If you're interested in other Nichiren blades and don't mind spoilers, here are the links to the other videos that I've made. For now, thank you again for joining me, V Nation. Peace out, stay safe out there. Bye.